Good evening and welcome to the Hemingway Jones Live Fountain Pen Show, coming to you as we always do each Tuesday night at 8 p.m., where we speak about our shared passion for fountain pens, for inks, for journals, journaling, and just about everything that's adjacent to those things. And sometimes we also wander down different paths too. It's always an interesting show. There's always so much to talk about. And tonight especially, I'm not crazy about this collar. Yeah, anyway. Tonight especially, there is so much to speak about. We're going to cover how the cult of Pelikan sucked me in. And I'm not going to do my customary thing where we get to that at half past the hour, 40 minutes in. We're going to jump into that in a few moments. I just think it'd be a lot of fun if we get into the main topic and then talk about some other things as we go along, which is always a lot of fun. I also want to mention that I'll show you the new Sheaffer pen that I just reviewed. You may have seen my Sheaffer versus Sheaffer video that I put up last week. There was some controversy, as there often is. Not me. I'm not the drama. Am I? Is it me? Am I the drama? There were some comments I'll get into, and it ended up going all the way to the CEO of Sheaffer, who reached out, Nikhil Ranjan, and I'll tell you a bit about that. So a little pen controversy is always fun. And through the hour, I'll sprinkle in some anecdotes. I'll tell you some of what's coming up on the channel, some of what I'm working on. And this weekend is a big weekend for me, personally. Taking my first day off for the year. I am a bit of a workaholic, if you haven't figured that out yet. Stick around. And this Friday, I will be heading not to the Mount Washington Hotel, which is where I wanted to go, but the Mount Washington Hotel is being renovated. So our favorite steakhouse is closed. And I think they closed the arcade and a bunch of other stuff. So it wouldn't be much fun going there for my birthday. It's my birthday. So I decided to go to Newport instead, which I think you know I love Newport. So we have a very nice place in Newport. And we have dinner reservations for both nights. So Imogen will get her oysters and her filet, which she loves. And I guess I'll get something nice for my birthday too. So it should be a lot of fun. We have a house sitter coming to take care of the cat, which is very important. Always have to have that. So it'll be a nice way to break up my spring as I enter the final year of my 50s. So I'm big 59. Hard to believe I've been here. I often say it, but yesterday I was dancing at the prom to 99 Luftballons, and today here I am. And I don't know what happened in between, I'll be honest. But aging is a gift. Think of the alternative. So I'm going to embrace it. So I do want to say hello to the best and brightest community in all of the fountain pen world. I am honored to be your host, happy to be here each week, delighted to see many of the same faces in the chat. We have a live chat going, of course, as we move along. And also I leave these up so you can watch the replay too. And I'd like to single out Texas Easy Writer, my friend. Happy birthday, young man. $10 super chat. Thank you. You are very kind. I appreciate your generous support for the channel. Thank you for that. You know, I am older than I was and younger than I ever will be. So I'm going to enjoy it. So thank you for that. David Pearson's lovely chap that you are. $2 super chat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you for all your generous support. Delighted to be here. Let me get my secondary camera ready. Hopefully it'll connect. Let's try it. Oh, yes. It looks a little funky. There we go. So, before I get into the Pelikans, I do want to show you the Sheaffer. The Sheaffer Legacy. Modern pen. I think it's empty now. No, it has ink. Almost all my pens are always inked, but I never know which. So, very nice nib. Very disciplined, nice writing experience. I do like it. I am a fan of this pen. So, there was some controversy, and it reached the highest echelons, if you will, of the fountain pen world. Nikhil Ranjan, who is the CEO of William Penn and Sheaffer. So, what happened? You want to know what happened? You guys love a good story. You know me. I'm transparent. I tell you everything. So there are people in the comments of my video insisting that this pen can be posted and that I have taken leave of my senses, which may be true, but it's not true. I have all my senses, and this pen cannot be posted. Now, evidently, other people have this pen and it posts. So, that's a conundrum. It's a riddle without a solution unless we can solve it together this evening. So, in all of that and in me mentioning it, Nikhil wrote to me, actually Joost Appelboom, my buddy, who I will be speaking about also in relation to Pelikan later. He introduced Nikhil to me and said, I know you want to get in touch with Tim. You saw his video. Here, have at him. You know, in a very friendly way. Joost is awesome. So Nikhil's like, the pen posts. I don't know why you said it didn't post. He didn't say it like that. He's very, very nice. In fact, we're going to collaborate and work together in the third generation of this pen. I'm super excited. I really like him. He's a very nice guy. I'm really excited to speak with him about that. Okay, I don't want to lose this awesome super chat by MPJS. Thank you, 25. Marcus. Oh, Marcus. Yeah, how are you, Marcus? It's been a long time, my friend. Good night, everyone. Helping to keep the lights on. Good night to you, Marcus. Thank you so much. I appreciate you contributing to the lighting fund. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Good man. So this Sheaffer, the CEO of Sheaffer says it posts. Many of you in the comments said that I am wrong and it posts. So let's look together and see if I am slightly deranged, if all the ink and all the stationery and all the pens have somehow affected me. And this isn't like an OJ thing, trying on the glove, okay? There it is. I'm pushing. You see that? Let me try that again. Oh, okay. Oh, see what I mean? Like, that's not posting. You see what I mean? Like, maybe if I jammed it, but look at this. This is not, that's not posting. Look at this. Do you see this? That's not posting. Now, let me jam it on there, because, hey, you know. All right, if I jam it on there, it kind of posts. But there is truly something off with this. Maybe it's something in the cap. Let me have a look. I think this works. Okay. So something in that cap. Okay. I guess we can't. I'm trying to. You can't. You kind of can see. Okay, there you go, right? Is there something in the way in the cap? I don't know. I don't want to take up too much time on this, but I'm going to try looking in the cap and see if there's an obstruction or some such. I mean, it's hard to tell. It just kind of looks like a cat. I'll be honest. It looks like a cat. It doesn't post. So what does it mean? What can it mean? I don't know what that means. I guess I got one that doesn't post. But it's weird. How can one pen not post? But it doesn't. It doesn't. It does for like a second sometimes. Maybe if I oh, look at that. That's probably the best time that it ever did. It doesn't post, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the controversy. I feel like I'd heard it. I kind of don't mind, but for the needs of science. So there you have it. Make of it what you may, but it clearly does not reliably post. I feel like I need duct tape to post it. Okay? But I like the pen. The pen is very good. And it sounds as if we're very close to a gold nib. Very close. All right. That's exciting. Check out the Sheaffer versus Sheaffer video I posted last week. It sounds like a lawsuit. It sounds like a divorce proceeding. Sheaffer versus Sheaffer. But it's the vintage Sheaffer legacy versus the modern. And they're very, very nice. They're very, very nice. Okay. I should mention this week's video is the Ferris Wheel Press Jewel Fountain Pen. I have two different ones. They are Harry Potter editions with their matching inks. We get into the inks, we get into the pens. I get to study a little Harry Potter, which I know almost nothing about. Now I know a little more. I didn't before, now I do. And I think it'll be very entertaining because you get to see a little Harry Potter and a little that. And I'm critical of some of the controversies because I think it's kind of really stupid on J.K. Rowling's part. Texas Easy Writer, $10. Your pen could be defective. A lemon maybe. Get the Sheaffer CEO to send you a new one. Thank you for the super chat and the wonderful, generous support. I could do that, but he is sending me a third generation one. I didn't pay for this one, so I'm not too upset about it. To be honest, I don't know if I would post it if it posted, but it clearly doesn't post. It's weird. I don't know why. I actually thought it was because of the way the back was shaped, because it is slightly different. And thank you very much for that super chat. The back is different from the classic Legacy, but it's not that. It's just how it's made, my friends. So, okay, so this week, check out my Harry Potter video. And this is exciting. I forgot about this, but I'm glad I remembered. There are 2 videos coming out this week. You get a twofer. Sometimes I make so many videos that I have to get them out. And this time I did. So the Harry Potter video is coming out on Thursday. And on Friday is another video where you can come journaling with me. I've recently had a journaling drought. I had a hard time getting back into journaling. So I thought it would be interesting if I pushed myself to journal and I took my whole family and we went to a cafe and I journal in real time in the cafe. We drive there. First, I show you me selecting the pens to take and the journal, and then we go, and then I journal, and then I talk about my feelings and how I felt to sort of get back into journaling again. And then we walk around Concord a little bit, and then we drive home. So it's kind of a vloggy kind of video, but it's also a journaling video and breaking the journaling drought. So that's Friday. So you get a twofer. For my birthday, it's my birthday gift to you. 2 videos. How about that? Ferris Wheel Press and a journaling video. So it should be fun. I think I missed Michael Rowley, and you can't miss Michael Rowley. Michael Rowley's too important. Whoa, Michael Rowley's very important. 199 from Michael Rowley. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, my friend. Happy birthday. Sorry that I've missed a few episodes. Will you be going to the DC Pen Show this year? Thank you so much for the generous super chat. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to put it up again. I appreciate it so much. So thank you. That's quite the birthday present, my friend. Thank you for that. Now you asked me a question, though. That's very important. Oh, and Mr. Cohen, I see yours too. I will get to it. Thank you very much. DC Super Show. Am I going? I haven't decided. I'm leaning toward no, but I may. And if I do, I'll probably fly down in the morning, go to the show, and fly back at night. But I don't think so. I'll see. I need to come up with more stuff, though, because I don't have too many pen shows scheduled this year. Now, the Empire Pen Show's back on in New York in November 7th and 8th, and there's the Commonwealth here in Massachusetts, where I always go. But I really would like to do another big pen show. So I haven't decided when and where. Maybe DC. But at this point, I haven't committed. So I'm so sorry. But thank you, my friend. I really appreciate your generous support of the channel. I'm humbled by it. Thank you. And Itzhak Cohen, my buddy from the West Coast. $35. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, my friend. I'll raise a glass for you later this evening. You don't look a day over 50. Thanks, man. I'll take that. I appreciate it. I hope that glass is full of like a nice scotch. That would be nice. Lately, I've been drinking, and I don't drink a lot. I drink 1 or 2 cocktails a month. Like, I don't drink a lot. But I've been into like interesting ones when you go to a restaurant and you sort of try something unique. I like that. But at home we drink Pim's Cup quite a bit in the summer, and the occasional Guinness. So thank you all for the generous super chats. I am humbled and I appreciate it. Wow. I'll probably film in Newport too. Maybe something else journaling while I'm there. Still thinking about that, but that'll be fun. And we'll put that up soon too. I definitely want to put up a little more variety in what I'm posting. All right, let's talk Pelikan. How I learned to stop worrying and love Pelikan. So, what am I talking about? You may wonder. Well, I'll explain it. This is a very dangerous pen I'm about to show you. It has already caused mass damage in my life. Now, this is an extraordinary pen. I probably should have looked up before Showtime what an M200 costs these days. But these could be had for around $150 in the recent past. And you get quite a bit for that. A beautiful pen, beautiful material, piston filled, a steel nib that will make you forget that it is steel. Absolutely brilliant fountain pen. But why is it dangerous? Because this pen is a little Houdini. In the way that the Sheaffer doesn't post, this pen likes to wiggle off its cap. It's so easy for this cap to come off. Do you see that? It's like a 3/4 turn, maybe a half turn, and it's off. So when this is clipped to my shirt, this used to love to pop off, fall into my shirts, and destroy them. I had serious meetings at work, and this pen, I don't think there's any ink in here, but I'm going to try anyway. This pen destroyed it. That's empty. This pen destroyed my shirt. I had to run to Brooks Brothers before an important meeting and replace a shirt. Very, very dangerous pen. So, this was one of my earlier Pelikan acquisitions. And it didn't exactly give me a warm and fuzzy for the brand, considering that it was destroying my clothes. Now, the other thing was I found the iconography at first a little goofy. I didn't quite get it. The pelican face, of course. Just calling the pen a pelican. There's so many pelicans on here. They cram a lot of pelicans on a pen. You get at least 3, right? The one on the nib, the clip, and the one on the top. It's a lot of pelicans. I like pelicans as much as the next person. But it was only later when I started to think about it and kind of put it into an Art Nouveau frame of mind when I realized that this iconography seemed very rooted in the 1920s and the 30s. And I started to love it, to see it as this organic shape. And that made it a lot more interesting to me. And I think that was one of the first forays into learning to really love Pelikan. Really, really does. Shaq MD, my friend with the gorgeous handwriting, the $20 super chat. Thanks, man. You should come to DC Super Show so you get to try a proper flex pen. Yours? Because yours look amazing. I'm assuming. If you guys don't follow Shaq, you should. He has incredible handwriting. He does incredible things with nibs. And he's just a lovely fellow. So thank you, my friend, for the support. And maybe I will go. I mean, I do get FOMO. And I'd like to see Drew again. I haven't seen him in a couple years. And some of the other folks there, like really lovely people. And that's the thing about pen shows, really. You go for the people. So thank you. Thank you for that super chat, Shaq. And check him out, guys, if you don't already follow him. Inkstained Adventures, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Thank you. I shall raise a dram of Highland single malt to you. I would share, but I'm Scottish in the single malt. So yeah, happy birthday anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's good stuff. I do like to sip that, usually in the winter. It's kind of a winter thing for me. So thank you. Thank you for your generous support, guys. I really appreciate it. So this pen is very vintage in how it feels. It hasn't changed much. You see a lot of old Pelikans at pen shows like the DC Super Pen Show. And they're always beautiful. They're always great writers. And they have that elegant feel. I do post this when I do write with it. It posts fine. I usually like to... Do you guys line your clip up with your nib? Do you like to do that? I do. Doesn't it seem right this way? Doesn't this feel kind of wrong? I mean, I do that sometimes when I'm not thinking, but it's kind of wrong when it's just like out of sorts. I like it to be nice and straight. But yeah, very elegant, very balanced in the hand. And this is a great writer. So always a great writing experience with Pelikan. But this M200 is a dangerous pen. So dangerous, in fact, so dangerous that I no longer let it leave the house. This pen is now confined to basically my study. Maybe I should take it out. That might be an interesting video. I take out the most dangerous pen in my collection. Will my clothes survive? And often than not, they do not survive. So that's the problem with this pen. It's very small. I see a question out there on whether or not it needs to be posted. A great question. It doesn't. It actually doesn't need to be posted. It fits in your perlicule fine. You could certainly write this way. You'd have no issue. Very light. But it's not heavy when posted. So it's not adding a lot of matter on there. So, but hey, pretty pen. Don't know what these cost, but I know when I bought it, it was like $1.50, and that's bargainous. I don't regret it. I guess it cost me more because the Brooks Brothers shirt it ruined was like $80, so I should throw that in, right? I think I should. All right. So that was step one. And it was like a flirtation. Step two was probably equally challenging, if you will. And especially because in this instance, there was sentiment attached. It was another birthday. It actually was. It was another birthday. I think it was 3 years ago. My wife bought this for me. This is the Pelikan M600 Sovereign in red tortoise. And no turtles or tortoises were harmed in the making of this pen. I have had people give me hate in the comments over buying a tortoise pen. I kid you not. But rest assured, no tortoises were harmed. Okay? So my wife bought me this, and it wrote well enough. But it didn't really distinguish itself as a writer. It certainly does visually. This is an absolutely gorgeous pen. Beautiful gold, Pelikan there. The whole kind of cap of gold is absolutely stunning on top. I love Pelikans because they have the protective band. They all have that, even the M200. Extra points for that. Another piston fill pen. No ink window here. That's a bit sad. It must be ink somewhere. I just got a little ink on myself. Oh, maybe there's ink in here. A little bit. I thought this was empty. I guess it's not. It looks kind of weird, though. I'm wondering if this is like watered down ink. Well, whatever it is, it's got something in it. So, I did a fantastic video on this. I'm so modest. So modest about my videos. I shouldn't say that. I should say I did a video I really like on this. It featured this pen at the Boston Public Library. I went into the history of the library. I photographed the pen at the library. And it was kind of an early version of the videos I do now. A little rougher, not as high quality from a filming point of view, but it had a narrative thrust and it had the history. I learned not to hold my pens like this, by the way. I do that sometimes when I'm not thinking. I'll put it here and I realize it looks naughty, but if I do that, I don't mean to do it. It's kind of funny though. But I did film with this at the Boston Public Library in the reading room. Very, very pretty. I should go back and do it again, maybe with a different one. But not quite as inspired with this as I would like until Kirk Spear worked on the nib and put a cursive smooth italic nib on here, which I'd love to show you, but I really don't think this ink is very good. I think this is just me not washing it well. Because I don't know what color that is. It's like red clay. So, Cursive Smooth Italic Nib is brilliant. I'd like to put Tobacco Burst in here. I've been using Diamine Tobacco Burst. And it's really nice. It really does look like a vintage Les Paul, which I really quite like. So, this was stage 2 in my Pelicanation, in my process of joining the cult of Pelikan. Now, I say that jokingly, but Pelikan has their own hub. They have their own meetings. Pelikan has a very dedicated fan base, and I didn't understand it at first, but I definitely get it. As Indiana Jones said at the end of Temple of Doom, I see its power now. I do. I see the allure. It was a process, though. But over time, I do get it. There's a certain sophistication about these pens. There's a certain refinement. They certainly have their own ink flow. They have their own feel. They feel very sophisticated. It is an interesting writing experience. But it was only recently when I really got sucked into it. And we'll proceed. We'll speak a bit more. My next purchase, I went right to the top I'm doing these in chronological order. And my next purchase was this ridiculously affordable version of the Pelikan M1000, which I got on eBay because one of my viewers let me know that there was this unbelievable deal out there on Pelikan M1000s on eBay, and that they had bought one and trusted it and it was fine. And so I got one, and it's brilliant. Is there ink in here? Yes. This is a unique writing experience. This is a pen that was released to directly compete with the Montblanc 149, and in many ways it is superior. It is a very interesting writing experience. You do get a lot of ink. You get an amazing flow. You get ink to spare. Ink for days. An absolutely beautiful pen. A bit more girthy, a bit heavier. The piston in the piston fill gives it this great balance. It has a soft nib. If you press, I'm not a big press kind of person, but a very soft nib. It's so smooth. One of the smoothest, almost Sheaffer Legacy smooth. Just brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Such a fun and interesting pen with a giant nib. It does compare quite favorably with the 149. I feel like it's prettier. It's got more going on. It's a little bit more unique. The nib is soft. It's more of a unique experience with this nib, which I really quite like. It is a whole lot of pen, and it's cheaper than a Montblanc 149. So in many ways, it's comparable. I will say, I feel like the clip could be bigger. It almost feels, well, I think it is roughly the same size as all the others. Well, it's bigger than the M200. It's bigger than the 600. I guess I'm all wet. Yeah, it looks like it's about the same size as the M800. Right? I bet if I put my calipers on it, though, it's probably just a touch bigger. It looks like it's a touch bigger to me. But I feel like it could be bigger yet. I don't know. I think you get a lot of negative space here, but I guess you do here too. For some reason, it just throws my eye off a little bit with the green. But regardless, gorgeous pen. Very impressive. So my next one was the M800, which was given to me by my lovely friend Brendan Schmidt of Atlas Stationers. There's no ink in here. Brendan Schmidt of Atlas Stationers. I have HJ10 is my discount code, and remember, that's all for you. I don't get anything, although he occasionally gives me pens, which is nice. I do want you to know that. But if you want 10% off your purchase, use HJ10, especially for Waterman Carens. Evidently, that is my most used discount code for a Karen purchase is a HJ10, so you know. I think between these two, the blue is... I try not to rub these guys together. Keep your distance. I think between these two, the blue is the prettiest. But the green is so classic. I don't know. What do you guys think? Blue or green? So classic. My green, this is a fine. I think this is a medium, but I kind of forget. It's been a while. I could look, but it doesn't matter so much. I think the biggest point is that by the time I got to the M800, I was seduced. This pen is near perfect in dimension, in balance, in form, in function. I think the M1000 is much more of a unique writing experience, but it is a big boy. And I like that. And I desire them at different times. It also seems like the M800 platform is much more varied for customization from Pelikan's point of view. I just want to take a little moment to advertise my own channel, if you don't mind. I want to mention again that there's a video on First Wheel Press this Thursday at noon. I hope you'll watch it and enjoy it. Even if you don't like the pen, I promise you my videos are designed to be watchable. And you'll learn something, I hope. And you can leave me a comment and tell me if I was right. And then Friday at noon is another video where you get to come journaling with me in real time to break my journaling drought. So I think you'll enjoy either or both. Hopefully both. I'd love for you to watch both. And there's a lot of heart in both of these videos. So I do hope you will enjoy them. And if you've reached this point in this video, and we still have a lot more to say tonight, but please subscribe. You've watched almost 40 minutes and you must like it. So I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe, maybe consider becoming a member. We have a pen pal group for Illuminati and Cognoscenti members. So that's a lot of fun. And you also get your name at the end credits, which is also a lot of fun. So that's my commercial for myself. Speaking of, I'm going to take a moment, then we're going to talk about this gorgeous M809 black on black, my AC/DC pen. It's a bulb. So this is not a pen you're going to miss the line. This is one of my ultimate signing pens, but I actually like to journal with this everything. This pen was featured on my 5 pens for old money. I made an analogy with this pen in a sailboat. So I hope you caught that and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast making that one. That one had characters. We're going to do that again. I like the characters thing. So we'll have some more characters coming up on the channel. And not just me. I am a character, of course. But what I wanted to tell you is, I have a bit of allergies, by the way, guys. Allergies are bad right now. That, right now, I am getting so many inquiries. I don't know what it is, but I am getting so many inquiries for selling stuff. And they go from like the ridiculous to the sublime. Toilets. People want me to sell toilets. Which, I mean, it's almost tempting because they're like, we'll send you this free toilet. And it's like one of those Japanese style toilets that like takes care of all your business and tidies you up and you don't even have to reach for toilet paper, which is very, I'll be careful what I say, but it's very tempting. I wouldn't mind something like that, although, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of work, right? Maybe toilets should be easier. But there's Japanese stationery. Those guys are relentless. Flashlights, e-readers, all kinds of stuff. Now, I am not above having sponsored videos. If someone wanted to pay a fair price for an embedded video, I would do it as long as it fit the channel. I'm not going to talk fountain pens and then have a transition to a toilet. Unless they're going to pay me like, thousands. That would be different. Because that would really help the channel. But, yeah, it's kind of weird how all of a sudden I am so popular. I think it's because I hit a certain mile mark maybe. And it makes me more desirable or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So, all black. Still a gold nib, but you can't tell because it's covered in black. Feels like a gold nib, but it's back in black. It's a beautiful writer. It's a broad. It's super fun to write with. It's a fire hose. But you can still write precise. It's super fun. Beautiful pen. So this, it also has an ink view window. Can you see that on here? I think you can, see? This was sent to me by Joost Appelboom. And I was shocked. Shocked at what he sent. It was so generous. And it's Joost who I credit with my conversion to being a Pelicanista. I am now Pelicanized. I am a Pelicaner. I'm trying to think of all kinds of words. A Pelicanegian. I don't know. That's really awkward. But I'm thinking from the watch world, there's like the Panaristi for Panerai fans and stuff. So I think the Pelicanistas is good. I like that. So Joost Appelboom sent me this and this 805. And it sealed the deal for me. It just changed me from kind of an admirer, and I love them, to just being more passionate about them. Now I just really get it in a way I didn't get it before. Speaking of getting, I just got a $4.99 super chat from the real Gringo Suave. Thank you so much. Recently bought a blue M800 and tortoiseshell M400 for under $600. Good job. Good job. Thank you so much for the super chat. And that's a great get. And you bring up a good point. And I can talk about that for a second. Pelicans, you can get good deals on. I don't know what it is, but you can find them for good prices. So keep your eyes out. This, of course, is the M805 metal sleeve. I just wrote a video script for this. I am so excited. I can't wait to film. This is a beautiful pen. I have Yamabudo in here. Great scribing noise. You know, marketing's a funny thing. I should mention this. So, I was watching a Montblanc video where they were talking about how they like to tune their nibs. They like to tune them to a certain sound so that scribing noise has a certain sound, almost like the exhaust on a Ferrari, that they actually use audio engineers to get the exact sound of a Ferrari engine so that it's branded. So there's a Ferrari roar. So they were doing that with Montblanc in a way and saying that it should sound luxurious. And then I saw another one at a different time from Montblanc saying that they tune their nibs so they make no sound because that's luxurious, that it should be silent, that any kind of noise is a problem in the nib finishing. Marketing. Marketing's a wonderful thing. So, I'm having a blast, guys. This is a good night. So look at this collection now. I'm surprised I didn't set out to collect Pelicans. I mean, Joost certainly helped. He has quite a few on his website. 805 metal sleeve. 809 totally in black. Regular M800 looking resplendent with its cousins. M1000, such a large pen. Now we go to the smaller, but no, not as small as you think at that point. Even this, it's still a good size pen. It's a pretty nice collection. Now, I know there are people that have many more pens than I, and that's okay. I feel like I have a very good, interesting collection. Which is my favorite out of these? That's a tough one. I do like to put myself on the spot for these things. Today, it's between this and this. And I didn't like this at first. One of the things I really love about it is the ink view window. You can kind of see it in there. You can see through this pen. I love that. Gives it such a vintage vibe to it. I rather wish this still had the translucent body so you could see the ink level. But still, I just think those two are so interesting. This is close. This I love too. And this has Kirkspear nib. I guess they're all my favorite except for this one. This is the odd man out. Because this is a dangerous fountain pen that just refuses to behave. And I have to keep my eye on it. That's problematic. So, but it's been a bit of a journey for me to kind of embrace Pelikan. When at first I was very skeptical of them and being more of a Mont Blanc fanboy. And these days I am definitely, I would say, disenfranchised from Mont Blanc. More and more, I get more and more feedback about QC issues. For the prices that they're asking, there should not be QC issues. And I keep having bad experiences when I go into their boutiques, which also shouldn't happen. If you are spending that kind of money, they should take very, very good care of you, which is sad if they don't. So I think it's very important myself. So I do still like Mont Blanc. I keep this one very handy. I'm kind of debating taking this to Newport. This, of course, my 147. I probably show it all the time. I love it. I love Bordeaux. I like it better than the new Burgundy. Look at that. Gorgeous pen. Also feel fortunate enough to have the case. Thank you. Two different lovely viewers. One sent the case, one sent the pen. I am so appreciative. So, Mary Madden. Lovely Mary. With a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Hey Shay, what is the length of most Cap Pelikans I've hesitated to buy? The length, I'm not sure. I mean, I'd have to get off camera to get my caliper and measure them, or I'd have to look it up because I don't remember exactly what their lengths are. But I would imagine, I mean, this has to be at least 147 millimeters, at least. But I can let you know, Mary, and come down to Newport next weekend. Maybe you'll see me wandering around. I can't wait to get down there and have some oysters with my daughter. Absolutely a great time. Perfect place to spend a birthday. So last weekend we did go to Concord. I did film it, and it was really exciting because it was a journaling drought that lasted 5 days, which might sound like not much of a drought, but when you're someone like me who usually writes about 20 minutes a day in their journal, and you go 5 days without journaling, mostly because work has been very, very intense. I have a fantastic job, and I work with some amazing people that every day they surprise me. I am not cocky about what I know. I've been in banking for a long time, so I'm very confident in what I know. But I'm also confident enough in who I am that I can appreciate that I don't know everything. And when I'm around really talented people and they're at 10, in their performance all the time. I just get kind of in awe of that, and it kind of motivates me and inspires me to do a lot. So lately, I just feel like I've been at peak performance, and it feels good because I go home and I'm like, wow, I've accomplished so much. I've moved so much along. And whether it's the channel or my work life or even at home, when I'm accomplishing things, that makes me happy. Like, I'm going to be a little weird when I take Friday off because I'm not good at walking away from stuff, but you need to. I haven't taken a single day this year. You need some downtime. And remember, I know you guys know this. On the weekends, I'm working. On the weekends, I am working on the channel. So I'm like always working. So it's very, very good. So we went to a cafe on Saturday, and it was like a mini vacation. We settled in, had lunch. I had coffee. My wife doesn't drink coffee. Imogen doesn't drink coffee. Although I do catch her sometimes. She's like stealing sips from my Starbucks. Gotta watch that kid. But she's too young for coffee. But she like it's like the latte stuff, so she tries to get the top. Anyway, we settled in. We were probably there for around 2 hours. And we all bought lunch, so I feel like we weren't just tying up a seat for 2 hours. It's important to me. I feel like if you go somewhere, you shouldn't just tie up a seat. You should kind of, contribute. So my wife was able to record me while I had the moment of breakthrough. And I think it's really interesting to go through that process. And I'm talking to you in real time in this video. And that comes out on Friday. I'm just really proud of it. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. We're going to do some more stationery coming up too. I'm about to dive into this, the Paper Republic. I love this. I love this. I just haven't thought of a use for it, but now I do. I might have a use for it post-production. I want to do some journaling. I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm going to do some journaling for my video. Paper Republic has my initials. The color is Venetian. It's like an aubergine. This is Paper Republic. I got the card organizer, which I really love. I love this sort of suede back here. A Mount Fuji book that's thick enough on its own. Just to have that. I think that's enough. I don't like overstuffed journals. I like them to be kind of slim and easy to fit into your pocket. So I'm going to come up with a style of journaling that I can express on the channel. But after then, I think I'm going to use this for my checkbook and my finances, because I do keep actual books of that. I like knowing that what I have online is what I have, and I like to have it in an analog way. So I just keep track of my purchasing and my investments. So that's what I might do with this going forward. But first, I have a great idea for a style of journaling. So that'll be coming up too. So much fun, guys. So much coming up on the channel. I'm excited. Got a birthday coming up. Getting older, facing mortality with a smile. What can you do? Aging is a privilege. And I come from a father who didn't have that privilege, who left behind 2 young sons when he was 26, which I can't even imagine. I barely remember being 26. So I sometimes feel like I have to live enough for the both of us. Kind of carry some of those dreams through. And it's definitely a privilege for me to be here for Imogen. So that's the most important thing for me in my life. So, all right, I hear my voice. It's going out. So it's time for me to go. But you're getting 2 Hemingway Jones videos this week. Ferris wheel press on Thursday. Me finding my voice in journaling on Friday, ironically enough. And whatever shorts I put up this weekend from Newport. Thank you all. I'm totally losing my voice. Wow. Thank you all for another great year, for being there, for all your support in the comments, the members, for all you do. I'd be lost without you. I'm proud to have you with me. I love seeing your names in the end credits. Thank you all so much. So, thank you all. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.